No, I haven't taken up the clarinet. This is Ringside Boxing's legacy gloves that come in the poshest case I have ever seen for a pair of boxing gloves. As you can see, open it up there, open it up there. Oh! Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. I'm Simon, former amateur boxer, current amateur boxing coach, and here on Fit to Box channel I bring you all things boxing equipment. Today I've got a very special item from Ringside Boxing, and in its case, which I will cover off. And Ringside Boxing, I featured Ringside on this channel a good number of years ago. It's been a while since I've featured any of their gloves or products, and so it's great to get them back onto the channel. Of course, Ringside there is a Ringside in the US, and this is Ringside in the UK. So you can tell that by that logo, which is different from the logo on the US company's Ringside. Ringside gloves are regularly seen in gyms in the UK. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take them out the case so you can have a look. First of all, let's show you. So undo the clips on this very clarinet box type case. And then we have the gloves here. So let me just put them to one side, and this also comes with another bag. Again, I'll cover that off at the end. So let me just move that there. When it comes to these gloves then, I'll just show you, as you can see there, the Ringside Legacy gloves with that sort of crisscross pattern on the rear of those three bumps. You've got on there as well, you've got Legacy Series, and then on the front you've also got Legacy Series, and these in the black with the gold piping. They also come in an oxblood and gold, and there is also a white, black and gold as well. Now these are a limited edition range. In fact, they're quite hard to come by now because they've been sold for a little while. I've got this pair. Apparently there was 100 of each type produced, so if you have got a pair, you do really want to hold on to them. They've got the special presentation case as well, which, as I say, I will cover off. And these are made of cowhide leather. You've got in the inside, very much like the inside of the case, you've got that red lining, you've got that quilted cuff. These in the lace-up, they come in 16 ounce or 14 ounce, these being the 16 ounce version. And these are £195, and I'll cover off what I think about that price point at the end of the review. Now, as I bring that round for you, you can see they've got the triple thumb there, and let's just move on to that box. Okay, so our boxing gym, we have got a boxing gym that is at the back of the building, and at the front of the building we have got a music place where bands come and they jam and they do all of their sessions and whatnot. Now, for me, this case is a very good presentation case if you was to sort of leave it at home and you was going to present these gloves on a shelf. I do think that is a good case. But would I be brave enough to walk into our gym with this case? I have to say, I don't think I would. I'd feel a bit of an idiot walking in with this, and certainly I think there'll be a few people that would be directing me to the front of the building and not to the rear of the building where the boxing gym is. In Ringside sort of defence as well, though, they do give you another carry bag, which obviously a normal carry bag that you can bring into the boxing gym, no problem. So as far as sort of the presentation box is concerned, I think that's sort of great on a shelf and it's a nice touch. They also give you something that is a bit more practical, as well as obviously the gloves. So let's have a closer look at these gloves. So these gloves, you can get them from ringsideboxing.co.uk. As I bring them around, you can see, so you've got that Ringside logo in gold at the rear. You've got the padded bumps at the rear of the glove there in that quilted effect with sort of the gold piping. You've got that triple thumb, obviously synonymous with Grant. As I bring it round, there's the punch surface, and then on the front there you can see the front of the glove, including that sort of scripted Legacy series that's on the side there. Now when I come to the knuckle I would say is a medium to hard knuckle, okay? It's a firm knuckle. Certainly at first it's a bit unforgiving on your sparring partners. It has softened up a little, and it will soften up even more the more that I use these, but just be aware that there is a hard, sort of firm start off point when it comes to the knuckle area, and in there there'll be a layered foam. If I bring that round, you have then got the triple thumb there with the black, the gold in the middle, and also the black at the bottom. And then you've got the thumb attachment, the leather thumb attachment, which is in the correct place. And on the front of that thumb, there is no air holes. Then we come on to that wrist, and you've got that double-stitched, quilted cuff wrist, which I really do think looks nice. You've got the 3 lumps at the rear, like so, where you track the laces across. The laces are perfect size as well, so you can go across there, and finish off at the top there, which is great. On the front, you've got some flat, rectangular padding. Okay, it's thin, it's stiff, rectangular padding either side of the lace, and at the back there you can see the much thicker rear padding that is there. And then you have got the 16-ounce label, which is at the base of the wrist right there. Okay, then we come on to the face, and on there you've got a medium to soft grip bar, and as you can see also there is no air holes on this glove at all. And then you've got that gold piping, which I think really does set the glove off nice. And then again you've got that sort of Legacy series on there as well. Then we've come on to the stitching. Very good, very neat, very well made gloves these. As I bring that round, give you a real good look all the way around. So very well made. Lining, you've got that red lining there, and in that red lining they've got the Ringside logo, sort of the Ringside name running through it, which I think is a really nice touch. That in there is soft and spongy, and also good quality. Like the outside of the glove, the inside of the glove, they have used good materials. Okay, first to the scale, 16 ounce on the label, 17.3, that's a little over, and then the right glove, 16.6. So when it comes to the weight, there is a little bit of a difference between the two gloves. When it comes to the comfort, let me put the glove on. Okay, so what you've got is you've got a flat finger pad, okay? You've got at the rear of the fingernails, that's okay. It's a little sort of pinched. It's not uncomfortable, but certainly there's more room in some other gloves. You can open the hand okay. It's a little bit more effort because of the sort of the level of padding and the firmness of the padding here, but you can still open up. I do find that my finger slips a little bit when I'm doing that, so I'll lose a little bit of finger control sometimes when I'm sparring. When it comes to the thumb is nicely tucked in there, and there's no issues when it comes to thumbing in the eye for your sparring partner. And then you've got that sort of wrist there, which is a really nice wrist. Not only does it look good, but it does do the job when it comes to supporting your sort of forearm, your wrist and your hand. That punch surface, that is a hard, firm punch surface, especially when it comes to your sparring. It is getting a little bit softer, but just be aware of that. Also, let's have a look at the size. Okay, they're quite a compact 16 ounce, and just to show you there is a 16 ounce tilt to a 16 ounce Ringside Legacy. There is a definite difference when it comes to the size. Again, so if you like your gloves compact, this might be the glove for you. And just bring that round again. Okay, so they don't particularly travel up the wrist very far. So as you can see, I'm sort of there, like so. And of course, you can see quite a few Mexican gloves where they can come even to sort of there. These don't have that. They're small, they're compact, and they're shorter in the wrist. Okay, now with these, there was good in sparring. I liked them in sparring, a bit firm for your sparring partner, especially at first, but I did prefer these on the bags. Okay, so on the bags, there's a good, firm sort of strike surface and also good wrist support as well. So these gloves go into the Fit2Box middleweight lace price division for gloves between 101 English pounds to 200 pounds, or 121 US dollars to 250 US dollars. Style 94. I think they've really gone over and above when it comes to the style cues on these gloves, even down to sort of the case, but they have tried to make this glove a special looking glove. So I've gone 94 style. Comfort 93. I think when it comes to the comfort, I would say that just a little bit more comfort in the finger area, where that a bit less of a pinch. Also at the front of the thumbs as well, it's a little tight. Again, that gets better with use. Durability, I've got 94, just because I do think that they have used some good materials. The lining's good, the leather is good. Sparring 93, 94 bag, so I do prefer slightly these better on the bag. Now value for money, 92, and that is because these gloves are 195 UK pounds. Okay, so that to me seems a little steep. I know you get the case, I know they're a limited edition, but if I'm just sort of scoring it pretty much on the gloves, which is what I have to do, I do think that the gloves, almost like the presentation, the style, the case, they've put a lot of effort into the looks and the design features of this glove, but less time, I think, spent on improving the gloves. I don't think these are that much different from previous Ringside gloves that I've had a few years ago. Okay, so obviously they've always made a good job of making things look really good. I remember some of my favourite looking gloves were the Ringside Mayweather colours, and although those sort of did fade very, very quickly, when you first had them, they were a very stunning looking glove. I did a review of that many years ago. Okay, so let me just put the other one on for you as well. A little tight at the front of that thumb, but not really that uncomfortable. Again, yeah, you have got the ability to open up, but can you open up, say, let's put that Adidas tilt on. Of course, this is the current champion in this price division, and so let me just show you that. So just put them on there, and so when it comes to opening up, okay, just trying to give you the sort of comparison really, and as you can see, the opening up of the tilt is much easier than the opening up of the Legacy. So when you're catching those shots, just find it easier. Also, you don't lose the finger control in the end of that glove. As I say, with these, I lost it a little bit the more I sort of open my hands to catch the shots. In saying that, I do like what they've done. These gloves come out at 93.3, so that's no Fit to Box stars, but they do come out as a good glove at 93.3. And let's just move on to that case again. Okay, so as I said before, great as a presentation. I can't imagine anyone really taking this to a boxing gym, walking in with this. Obviously, you know, it is a little bit over the top for a boxing gym. Unless it was sort of like some boutique boxing gym, I suppose, but certainly here in Madeley in Telford, I think you would look a little odd if you was to walk in with this case. Also, we don't have a problem with stealing, but also maybe I'd wonder if I was sparring, whether or not when I turn around, whether or not the case would even still be there. Yeah, I think I'd leave this at home and use the other case that they have provided. I think that is much more in keeping for actual use in a boxing club. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's great to be able to bring these to you. As I say, you'll be lucky to get a pair if you're looking for some. If you did get some, I could totally understand if you wanted to keep them on a shelf as sort of a piece to keep, because they are sort of special looking, especially in that presentation box. But in terms of the actual glove, I think they could have spent a little bit more time and effort on the actual glove and how it performs, as opposed to just how it looks and the styling. So great to have Ringside back on Fit to Box channel. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.